Hello, welcome back to my haunted library. It's Regina. So I have been on BookTube for about 2.5 years, and I realized as I was getting ready to come up with an idea for a Valentine's Day themed video that I have never done my own original tag. So I did a little brainstorming and I came up with something that I hope has never been done. I did a quick search on YouTube and it didn't come up, so I'm hoping that I'm not stealing someone else's tag. So here is my original BookTube tag, the Horror Hearts BookTube tag. So hopefully it's original, and if it's not, I apologize, but that's what I came up with. So I came up with these questions about other booktubers to kind of spread the love in the spirit of Valentine's Day. So number one, a booktuber who always makes you laugh. So this one was easy for me because right off the top of my head, Cam Wolf. Cam Wolf, who has a booktube channel called Page Nomad. He's also a writer. He was part of Local Haunts, the HorrorTube anthology I put together. And he has a new book that came out, which I ordered, and I haven't received it yet, but I'm sure I will very soon, and I will read it and do a review. So Cam Wolf always makes me laugh. I don't know if it's his dry Australian sense of humor or these very funny skits he sometimes does in his videos, but he has a great sense of humor. He's hilarious. And when I LOL in his comments, I mean that I really am laughing out loud. So I'm sure you know him, he's very popular, but he was my number one choice. There are other booktubers that make me laugh too, but if I had to choose one, definitely Cam Wolf over at Page Nomad. Number two, a booktuber you can always rely on for their brutal honesty. So this one is definitely the Bald Book Geek. He was one of the first booktubers that I ever discovered and followed. He mentions on his channel sometimes getting into some drama. I think that might be on Book Twitter. He's very honest. He has a great beard. He smokes a pipe. His name is Will, and he mostly reviews fantasy, urban fantasy, some literary fiction, and his reviews are always very honest and just, I really like his personality. So that's my choice for that question. Number three, a booktuber who feels like a brother. And I don't mean this in the VC Andrews kind of way. So I feel like this person is someone I could sit down on his sofa and like ask his advice about something, and he would be very kind but also honest. And that's Jason over at Jason's Weird Reads. I really feel comfortable always watching his videos. There's some, especially his like little booktube, I don't know if he calls them chats, fireside. I keep calling them fireside chats, but there's something very comforting in just putting his videos on and chilling and listening to what he has to say. He has a very calming voice. He lives in Canada, and he's just great. So definitely Jason. But I also have a tie for this one because it was a little hard to choose. Another brotherly booktuber would have to be John over at Books of Blood. John and I are around the same age, I think, and we have very similar taste in music, both rock and roll people, and I feel like maybe we were at the same Yes concert back in the 70s. It's possible. Question number four, a booktuber who's like a sister. So this one is a four-way tie because I have four what I consider like booktube friends, that ladies that I communicate with. We've had Zoom meetings. We have a creepy cocktail hour every once in a while where we let down our hair, and that is Merce from Harpies in the Trees, Alex from the BookTubers, Lydia from Typical Books, and Marie McWilliams. So I really consider these four gals friends, even though I've never met them. All right, number five. Who is your booktube crush? Now, this is all in good fun, so if this is awkward for you, you can skip this question. Oh, for heaven's sakes. I'm sorry, but I just had to pop in to answer this question. Regina is getting way too neurotic about it. So my booktube crush is a tie between these two handsome gentlemen, Cameron Chaney and Richard from Are You Into Horror? Now, I can't decide who's the cutest because it just depends on what mood I'm in, but that is my answer. So back to Regina. All right, so moving on. Question number 6. Which booktuber would you love to have dinner with? So that's really hard because I would include all of those people I already mentioned. In fact, it would be a great, fabulous dinner party. But the two people that I think it would be like an epic night would be Matt from Paperback Junkie and Andrew from Grumpy Andrew's Horror House. So Matt lives with his wife Zoe and their pets in the California desert, and just the vibe I get from some of his videos, it's just really amazing. So the setting alone, I think, would be incredible. I have read some of Matt's poetry, and it's really good. In fact, I'll link all these people below, but definitely check out his poems. You know, when you read someone's poetry, you feel like you get to know like a part of them, like a deep part of them. And I like the way he expresses himself, his honesty. I feel like he's someone that you could really talk to in depth about all kinds of things out of the desert. So that is just a fantasy version of my dinner party with Matt and Zoe. And, who knows, it might happen someday. Or I could go off to the desert and never be seen again, you never know. So I just feel like that would be an epic night. So moving on to Andrew, I don't know what city Andrew lives in, but I have a feeling that the evening would start in a pub and end up in like an all-night movie giallo festival somewhere. Like, he's just somebody I feel like I could, have a few drinks with, have a great dinner, and watch like a movie marathon. So those are my two choices for the booktubers I'd want to have dinner with, although, like I said, I could have dinner with any of these people, and I think it would be a blast. All right, number 7, the last question. Which booktuber do you feel like you have the most similar taste in reading? And that would have to be E.D. Lewis. I have not met too many booktubers online who have a passion for reading Dark Shadows, serial books, or gothic romances with the same kind of passion that E.D. Lewis has. So I feel like we can talk about the same books, and I don't know a lot of other booktubers who read those books. If you know of any, please put them in the comments below because I would love to connect with them. But yeah, haven't met too many Dark Shadows fans. That's a real small niche, I believe. So the last part of the tag is to spread the love and to tag 3 other booktubers. So I'm going to tag E.D. Lewis, who I already mentioned, the Bookish Report, and D.L. Tillery at author D.L. Tillery. I would love to hear their answers to this tag. So I hope you enjoyed my Horror Hearts original BookTube tag. And if I didn't tag you in this video, please feel free to do it. I would love to hear your thoughts. So that's all I have for today. I hope you have a lovely Valentine's Day, and I will see you next time in the Haunted Library. Bye!